All right, what's going on, everybody? Now, I do have one request before we get fully started here, is I have a new mic set up for this, so let me know if everything's working. Is that the one you did translucent parts for? Yes, Jeff. This is the one. 2 rolls of transparent ABS by Polyprinter. Hey, Fortune. Let me know how the audio is, so that I know whether to move on or fix things. Hey everybody, Dart, Andrew, Next Gen 3D Printing. Next Gen, drop a link in the chat for everyone that's going to come in the future or now. Check out this site. Some of the products on there are amazing. Fine audio, cool. Yeah, new mic. I just used my Rode. I got an adapter finally for the actual computer so I can have a real mic. Sounds great to me. Okay, cool, perfect. What about music? Can you hear the background music? I don't want it to be too loud. I know in the past few there's been scenarios where it's been a little too loud. Here, let me hit next track. Here we go. Because I want something in the background, you know, just to keep the music's going. I just turned it off. Yeah, because I can hear it on my side pretty loud. I just don't wanna blast your eardrums during this whole thing, you know. Perfect. Bam. Yeah, I don't want to blasting. Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. $10 Fortune cookie. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you know, I'm glad you got your X2 working. I'm just doing my thing, you know. Working great. Good to hear it. And thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. So there you go. I just ran out of black transparent ABS from Polyprinter, so I can get myself another roll. Appreciate that. I also put 2 links in the pinned comment there. Suman, I'm so sorry for butchering your name so bad. It's Suman, I'm pretty sure. But he made a contact between myself and Fysetc, which is why I have the kit. So obvious thank you to Fysetc for the kit and letting me showcase it to everybody, and a huge thanks to Suman for making the connection between the two. How do you think the Voron will stack up compared to the new Prusa and Bamboo Labs? You know, Voron's a different animal where you are not only building it, configuring it, and tuning it, so it's kind of like up to you. If you do a lousy job tuning this machine and modifying this machine and setting up the machine, there's no way it's going to be able to stack up against something that's like, you know, tuned. However, you can just search, you know, Voron without any other words at all, and you will find some of the most incredible printer-related, you know, things on the internet with Vorons involved. So, you know, from speed records to amazing quality to back-to-back printing, things of that nature. And that's what this thing's all about. It's your own machine. You know, these companies like Fysetc make kits for you that you don't have to source all your parts, which is not, this is one of the reasons why I've never built one, is because sourcing all that stuff and getting all that together is really tough. And these aren't necessarily cheap machines. So having this having this already sourced for you, knowing that it's going to have at least most of the things that you want in it, is pretty good. David Hill, what's going on? Volume's good. Dirty 10, hey, Cole, hopefully that answers at least something for you. I know like the price is really similar. It just depends on who you are. If you like building and tinkering, Voron all the way. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, if you want a tool, if you want to just take something out of the box, hit print, and just, you know, enjoy printing, then, you know, the Bamboo Lab obviously is an amazing machine. They're obviously, you know, completely not destroying, it's the wrong word, the opposite of whatever destroys, you know, the 3D printing industry. They're kind of flipping everything upside down. Everyone's trying to catch up. You know, the K1's a good contender, but it had some issues at start, and I think the only ones that are having issues are the ones that are being sent out early, like mine, like a preview unit. So hopefully that'll be resolved. You know, I'm definitely rooting for Creality and whoever else gets into this. The more of these type of machines, the better, you know, everyone is. I don't know what all the hate is about. Yeah, like, you know, releasing a crazy product is hard to do. One company did it well, and hopefully other companies will follow. That's kind of my take on it. That's no fun. Yeah, you know, it just depends. But yeah, let's get to this. So over here, let's do, you know what, let's do this view. So over here I got a couple boxes. I have 3 essentially, and yes, they are covered in dust from me doing my my work area over here. Suman, there he is, the man of the hour. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you making this contact for me. But yeah, I got 3 boxes over here. 2 of them should be parts for the actual machine, and then 1 for the carrot feeder. I'm obviously not going to be doing this first. This is going to be well last after the machine is up and running. This is going to be its own series likely, because it's going to have its own challenges. I did just pop it open very briefly just to see what was in here, and you know, everything is really little, and it's going to be cool. You know, obviously it has no printed parts, so you do have to print everything yourself. But there's a lot of components in here, like a lot of components. And I'll move the camera in a second. But I did not look at the other 2. I don't know what's in there. I'm going to tackle them in a really similar way as I did, you know, with the rest of my machines that I do on the channel. I have some general gist of what they're about, what's in there, what you know, what the whole thing is, and then I'm kind of just gonna dive in and see if I can figure it out. Hopefully get some help from everyone here that's willing to help, that's done this before. I know there's probably a lot of you actually, and we'll kind of go from there. Hey Roberto, how are you? Mika, hey. All right, so let's just get right into it. What do you guys think? Small box or big box first? Oh, while I have this on my mind, all of the 3D printed parts, well, not all of them. One of the reasons why I wanted to do it this way with an unboxing style video first is because this is essentially 2 rolls of transparent black ABS by Polyprinter. And like I said, I'm pretty much out of it. So anything in here that I need to reprint, I got to order myself another roll. But I think I need some, there's a bunch of little things I need, like for example the mount for the motherboard, some little parts like for example the things that cover the LEDs, the diffusers, little prints that I can do on other machines, no problem. But there's some loose ends that I'm gonna have to do, but majority of the prints are done, and they were all done on the Chitty-Tech X+3, which was still a really great machine. I figured out the thing to get it to work, and it required a new fan on the hot end and letting it heat soak for about 20 minutes when printing parts from ABS or ASA. But once you do all of your calibrations, you save everything and you restart the machine. You always have to restart the machine. You have to let it heat up. So what I do is I let the chamber get to about 45 degrees. It takes about 20 minutes to do. Then, you know, while I'm slicing with the parts, setting all that up, and then you can get, you know, I mean, like I said, this is super smooth. What you're seeing inside is through the transparency of the filament here. But this is just, and I've, you know, been of parts like that. So in the beginning, when I started printing this, parts like the main actual afterburner parts like this was before any calibration, and you could tell the corners are kind of bubbly, and this is, you know, kind of like an out of the box ABS print. So technically I'd like to redo this, but if I have to assemble most of it with this type of stuff, and as long as it's fitting and working fine, I'm totally okay with it. I'd rather get it done first, and then, you know, then I'm willing to kind of fix it up and work on it. Andrew Hayes says, next machine I buy or build will be a tool changer, as I just can't justify all the waste of filament with a filament. Man, I can't read today. I actually made the chat much larger, and now I'm like not used to it. The next machine I buy or build will be a tool changer, as I just can't justify all the waste with a filament changer unit. Took back my Excel deposit due to the delays. Yeah, I mean, anytime there's a delay, that's definitely a bummer. But yeah, you know, all the tool changers, yeah, there's definitely a downside to them, but there's so many happy people with the AMS system, for example, from Bamboo. It's crazy. Everyone just raves and raves and raves for good reason. They just keep working. So you kind of have to, it's a give and take type of scenario, you know. Looks like my cat decided to join us today for the stream. This is very unusual. Hello, cat. Old lady. She's 14 years old. Benjamin with the 5. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Glad the Chitty's working well. Can't wait for the X Max 3. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it has. So, you know, there's no way to sugarcoat it. They rushed the machine out. Because there's just some problems as we're finding through using the machine. I don't know what that has to do with. Actually, I don't know. But they clearly rushed it out. It needs some love, and I honestly, just between speaking to them and the enthusiasm they have, it's gonna be fixed. You know, I was given a window of around 2 months, so that's my hope, is everyone starts to see some sort of fixes. I think they did a phenomenal job with you know, not recalling the machine, but giving fixes and warranties and refunds to everybody. I think that's amazing. And I do have the X Smart 3 as well. I just haven't had the chance to review it yet. Let me get my blade so I can start popping these open. But yeah, the X Max 3 specifically is going to be cool. Out of the 3, I was most interested in the Smart 3, the smaller machine, just because having something on a desk would be really amazing that can print that fast and, you know, high quality, especially with Clipper, so you can really tune it into exactly how you want. There's something special to that, and I think that genre in itself is going to be really popular. Like smaller than the P1P. P1P is, you know, it's big enough, but I think something a little bit smaller than that would be cool. Hey, we got a subscriber, Jimbo North. Welcome. I don't even know how to set up Stream Elements. I gotta look into that. Seems like that would be useful, but that's cool. Hey Jimbo, welcome. All right, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Thin box or thick box? I'm not sure what's in them. I'm going to assume the thin one is panels and the thick one is parts. Which one do you guys think I should open? And this is a good way to see what kind of delay we got. So we are at about an 8-second delay. Somebody let me know. What would you rather see? Thick for the parts? Thank you. That was about, what, 13 or so seconds? Yeah, let's do that. Take the parts box. All right. Let's do it. Here, I'll set this one down. All right. Move this guy over. You know, I'll try to take as many of them. My lag is way less. That's good. Yeah, it might be a lag on my part as well. I'm gonna try my best to keep the as much stuff in view as I can. Definitely give me pointers if something is not looking good. Obviously the camera's in the way there, but that's not a big deal. All right, let's see. I think it's just a standard box. But yeah, I'm really excited taking a look at Fysetc's website to see what's in the parts list. I'm kind of confused about some things, but we're going to find out like this. But it looks like the motherboard, they have a lot of their own components, fans, electronics. That's really nice. That like ecosystem of your own parts is always helpful. So I'm looking forward to this. I hear good things. Cole, thanks for your reply. My first 3D printer was an Aquila after watching your video like 2 years ago. I want to upgrade. Been going back and forth between Voron, Prusa, Bamboo. You're making a hard decision. There's so much going on right now in 3D printing. And to be honest, the Aquila, it's obviously not bells and whistles. It's almost like having a Mini Cooper right now while there's Teslas. There's nothing wrong with it. You're going to have a great time with it. You can modify it all day and still have a blast, but yeah, it's a little dated, It has a little rust spot somewhere, Yeah, it's hard to choose between those. I think all of your choices there are great choices. This is going to be like in mountain biking when 29-inch wheels came out. You kind of like pick a wheel and then just be a dick about it type of deal. So it's one of those. I think you can't go wrong with any Voron that exists. Any Prusa or any Bamboo. I think all three of those are really good. What kind of printer is a Subaru? That's good. So, I've had a series of Subarus. Right now I have a 2020 Outback with some mods. Subaru does everything okay. It does everything okay. It's not necessarily great at one thing. It's kind of like good at all things, right? Obviously, there's more specialized Subarus that do things here and there. But what printer would a Subaru be? That's a good question. What's good at everything? I don't know. That's food for thought. I'm going to think about that. That's a good one. Head gaskets. Head gaskets. They are. That's a good question. I'm really going to be thinking about that for a while. I don't want to say Prusa. That's almost too much credit. Because we're getting into almost exotics with Prusa. Those three. Voron, Prusa, Bamboo. They're definitely getting into the exotics. What's a company that has always been kind of like economy and in the middle and then has suddenly gone real high? Maybe like Kia and Hyundai, because they've stepped up tremendously over the years, obviously. I thought Subaru's a car. It is, Mika. We're just comparing. Toyota. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like the Creality K1, for example. Like this thing is so much more premium than the rest of their machines. In terms of just the quality and the parts used and the attention paid to everything. I'm trying to think of like a manufacturer that was kind of like middle of the road to economy style and suddenly has gone up crazy. Kia? Yeah, probably Kia. We own, we bought my wife a Santa Fe plug-in hybrid, all-wheel drive model. Amazing car. You get 30 miles full EV, so around town. Which is, she uses under 30 miles on the EV. It's a full-on electric car that's all-wheel drive. It gets, obviously incredible gas mileage. And then you also have a fully additional car attached to that after the 30 miles. So you're averaging, 65 miles on that thing. So yeah, Hyundai and Kia, both being the same generally, have definitely stepped up. All right, let's see what's in here. Looks like we got the rails for the bottom of the machine. There we go. All right, yeah, so these are the wire management rails. Okay, they slide open like that. Yeah, I've always seen photos of these, and I've wondered if they're printed or metal or what. It's like hard to tell if you don't do your research enough about it. Cool. Here it looks like we have our rails. Yep. Little guy. Look how cute the little ones look next to the 12s. The 9 and the 12, is that what it is? Yeah, Kia definitely has upscaled tremendously. Is there a way to know which ones these are? I guess it'd be pretty obvious once you have them all out, right? Yeah. Oh look, they even have the Fysetc logo etched on these. Cool, gotta love that. These are the same length. Yep. So is there 3 of these? Is that for the X? Thank you, Chad, for letting us know. Why? Why though? What is this? This looks like some gardening tools. What are we using this for? Tomato plants? I'm just kidding. That is an interesting texture. So we have, how many rails we got? Yeah, so 3 of these. Let's see. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 3 smaller 9mm rails, and 2 more 9mm rails that are a little bit longer, and then we have the 12. I'm guessing this is for the actual main. Is it X-axis on this on these things? DIN rails. That's the words. You guys know me. Words are difficult. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, so this looks like hardware. Oh yeah, we have our heat inserts here. Actually, a lot less of them than I thought. Wow, it's going to be crazy going through all this hardware. Really, insane amount of T-slots. Wow, so T-slots with a bearing, with a ball indent. Is that for them keeping in place? That is actually really cool. So this is so that you can slide these into a extrusion, and they stay put until you need them. That's not something I would have ever even expected in a thing like this. Amazing. Yep, and 5s and 3s. Little thumb screw. I mean, you know, it's going to be hard to know what any of this is for without the manual obviously being up. But as always, all the hardware is lovely and greased, which is good. You don't want it to come rusty, right? But yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting dirty, and that's okay. We signed up for this. Some locking nylon nuts. Yeah, and a ton more of these. That's cool. These 2 sizes. Yeah. So, okay. So this side looks like M3. This is M4, M5, M4. I'm guessing. Cool. I didn't realize each one of these things is gonna have indents. That's amazing. That's awesome that you get your fixings in case and not jumbled bags. Yeah. This is. I don't know what I expected, but I love this. Obviously, it's the only thing we've opened so far, but really nice. Thumb screws are spacers for under the bed. Okay, that's why there's 3. Cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm coming into it with very limited experience. Obviously, I have printer experience, assembly experience, but very limited experience in terms of Vorons and these kits. I'm going to use isopropyl alcohol on my hand. All right. Let's see. Let's go over here. Oh, this one's very light. Limit switch and stepper motor driver ×6. Let's pop these open. We're gonna have to anyway, right? Limit switches. Oh, just 1. Oh, 2. Okay. Ooh, actually feel rather nice. I was just messing with some limit switches on the Kaiwu. I'm unfortunately going to have to probably sell off that machine, which I really don't want to because I really enjoy it. But I'm definitely going to have to do a purge here soon. So if you guys are interested in purchasing some machines that are at least 50% off, jump into the Discord. I'll be in the trade cell there. I'm probably going to have to get rid of the BQ-BX machine, which I also really like, but it's going to have to go. So we have our drivers. No need to pull those off, I don't think. But the art, look at this. They have a little whale. I mean, look at the quality here, guys. Their own PCBs. I thought this was going to be just a piece together kit. Fysetc, these are great. 2209 version 3.1. Great. Yeah, that is cool. I'll buy the white printer. So that white printer I took to my office. That's why it's not behind me anymore. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with it. I don't necessarily want to sell it. I like a lot about it. I like the idea behind it. I have no room here. So I took it to my office as kind of like a temporary thing to see what to do with it. It was so heavy carrying it in there. It's just the heaviest thing ever. So Chad, maybe at some point I'll touch back with you if you actually are interested in it. But at the moment, I took it to my office to kind of hold on to, at least for the immediate moment. That's way better than my Blue Rolls kit. I never even heard of that one. Blue Rolls? That must have been a while ago, right? Meanwhile, LRS and PSU time 1. Okay, this is for the bed. Cool, look at that little unit. This always looked so much larger in photos. I thought these were huge. Little guy. I mean, this is smaller than cell phones used to be. So it is a Meanwhile, which is nice. So far, everything is branded and extremely high quality. Obviously, we haven't looked that much. Is that? No way. You guys seeing this? That's included? Fysetc. What are you guys doing? This is like a quarter of the price of the kit. I'm rich. I want to be like careful opening this thing. Open here. Do I really have to tear this thing open like that? Wow. Hey Ron, you just came at the craziest time. We just found a Raspberry Pi 4 gig in this Fysetc kit. Amazing. Yeah, a Pi 4. Well, that's extremely unexpected. I prepared a CB1 with Pi adapter because I just assumed there was no chance that there's going to be a Pi in here. I didn't even consider this as an option. Yeah, 4 gigabyte model. That's amazing. Fysetc. Fantastic. Alright, we got a relay. Omron. Everything is branded. Everything is super nice. I don't know why I expected less, really. Cool. We did that one, I did this one, so just one left. Oh, there's a big box up here too. Mini display and ribbon cable. The prices on Pi, prices I'm guessing on Pis are wild. Yeah, they used to be 35. Yeah, I remember the little guy, the Pi 2W. I went and bought it for like 15 bucks, and then the next day I went back to buy another one because you were only allowed one, and they were already gone. So this is the little display. I've been contemplating on what to do. Is it really? I thought it just said that you need one when I was perusing. That's really impressive. So how much is the kit retailing for right now? I think like $1,200. If you look at the prices of Pis, like realistically, so this is like a $1,000 kit with a Pi, essentially. Yeah, there is another level. Yeah, there is. I just wanted to get acquainted with everything. Where's my blade? I honestly thought that the Pi was just something you have to get yourself. I don't know why. I didn't even consider it to be in there. Alright, so this little display, if you guys have built one of these or have any kind of experience, what do you think I should do? Should I just keep this on the front or just go for a different display right away? Also, this is their own display, their own labeled PCB. not third party. I know these are cool, like they're really nice to have. You know, you can quickly get everything you need on it, and then just go to your computer or whatever you have running for a clipper. So you don't necessarily need one. Do you think I should get like a 5-inch display and throw it on there? Should I just do that right off the bat, or build it as the kit is? Touchscreen with clipper screen? Yeah, right. Like I do have a clipper screen, so you guys are saying it's worth having that on the front. Because I mean, I'm doing everything from the computer, right? 4.3 clipper screen. It's functional. Got a wave share 4.3 on mine. Because I do have a 5-inch screen from Big Tree Tech. So I got this a while ago, right as the Raspberry Pi issue happened. They sent me this. Well, it's called a pad, because you're supposed to attach a Raspberry Pi CM4 to the back of it, and their CB1 doesn't work with it. So I do have this display that I could use if you can find them out. And I know it's just an HDMI screen, from what I understand. Yeah, like here's the back. Sorry, I forgot this was a display. But you know, I could technically look for mounts for this. I just don't know if it'll work with any of the hardware that's in here. And basically, I don't know if it's worth going custom right away, or like getting my feet wet and building the kit as is, because it's already kind of like predetermined, and probably, I guess, easier to not fully customize right off the bat. But that's, you know, if you guys have experience with kits like this, and you can give me a suggestion, I'll take it. So I don't mind the smaller screens, but figured it'd be nice. Use the one that came with it. That's what I'm thinking around. Like, always have an upgrade path. And since it's a tinkerer's machine, there's no way I'm gonna leave it alone. Zero chance. Like I say before, like I'd mod my fridge if I could, if my wife let me. For the guys on the fence, out of the box review would be nice. Yeah, you're right. Out of the box. So one thing that I will not be doing out of the box, I'll just mention it now. I'm going to be using a different Hotend. I've had this Hotend for years now. When Zodiac was a company, they did a thing together with Fysetc, and they made this really nice Hotend with extremely high quality nozzle. And I want to use this. The mount that I printed is going to be using this Hotend. So just something that I always wanted to do, and I've been saving this and not putting it in any of my machines for literally years. So because these don't exist anymore, and I'd really like to use them. So, but everything else will be stock, I'm thinking. You'll probably be printing a new center grill. You can use one you already have printed. Oh, okay, right, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. For the display. If you're fine with swapping out, yeah, I'm totally fine with swapping stuff out. Totally. Especially because, in my opinion, like, the screen is a later upgrade. Like, it feels like one, you know? Alright, so we did the first row. Let me see what this is. Heavy. Probably extrusions. Looks a little bit like the Creality Spider. It's a Fysetc, what do they call it? Butterfly? A dragonfly, I think. But slightly modified. It doesn't have the mounts on top. It doesn't come off. What else? It has these stabilizer bars like Creality do, but the Creality does, but this has like sleeves specifically. The heat break is a cone shape that tapers upward. One of the guys that worked on this was someone that worked for Glock, like the gun manufacturer, so he is really good with different types of metals, and this is the highest quality stuff. It just is. The company got bought out by, not Fysetc, but who makes the, I want to say Revo. I don't remember, but they got bought by a much larger company. E3D. They got bought by E3D. So they got absorbed, all their nozzles. Also, I do have this nozzle in a 0.4 or 0.6. That's what I kind of want to figure out what to use. Should I use a 0.4 or 0.6 on this? This is the 300 by 300 machine. Shame about the non-removable tool slot. What do you mean? Oh, the on here. By the way, I'm also using this in my next gen. I'm also using the same hot end inside the afterburner on my Kingroon KP3S. Just not this crazy expensive nozzle. I bagged these nozzles on Kickstarter for like $75. Like, they were crazy expensive at the time. It was supposed to be like you buy one, never need a nozzle again, that type of thing. Dragonfly, yeah. The mount point's hidden under the V6 top. This V6 top is different. It has a flat spot on the sides. Let me see if I can get it to like shine on a light. It's hard to tell. So on a V6, this is, oh, there we go. See how that's cut right here? So this has its own, and this does not come off like on the Dragonfly. So it has its own, like, they were trying to fix all the problems with the V6 and the Dragonfly, and this is their take on all the fixes for this style hot end. I always thought this was amazing. But yeah, that's something else. All right, so we got extra well, not extra, but different hardware in here. I'm guessing this is specific to this. Yeah, it'll stop it from rotating for sure. And the mount that I printed, like a remix for the afterburner, has the, you know, obviously it's for this hot end specifically. One thing that's a total bummer is there's no sock. So I might have to like find a sock to retrofit around this. If anyone has a suggestion for what sock to use, that would be great, because I definitely think I need one. Motors. Let's see. All right, we got our 2020s. Look at that. I know this looks like anything else from there, but you usually get them and all the holes are silver and have burrs. No, super crisp and clean. Almost looks like they got anodized after the holes were put in them. Fysetc, I gotta say, I'm really impressed so far. Cool. So this is just all of them. Yes. There's nothing else in here, I don't think. Yeah. So this is just a box of extrusions. So we don't need to look at each one. We'll do that first. Obviously, we'll start with the frame. But I don't need to take each one of these out. You know what I mean? Print QA sock mold and make your own sock. I've always wanted to do that. Honestly, I've always wanted to do that. You can use Loctite Ultra Copper Silicone. Really? Like just that is like a brush type of scenario? I mean, you know, would you want to build such a high quality kit though and then brush something on? I guess you could. By the way, look at this foam. Like, this is such a extra mile. They don't have to do this, right? But a perfect fit for the extrusions. Come on, that's definitely a step in the extra department. You cut the hot end with automotive high heat. You can coat the hot end with automotive high heat resistant silicone like copper type from Loctite or Permatex. Cool. I will definitely take a look at that. It's crazy that my cat's here. She's usually, well, no, she's usually here, but not directly right there. Yeah, very nicely packed so far. I'm not even concerned. I have zero concerns. This thing is packaged extremely well. The fact that there's a pie in there is just absurd. Is there 3 rows? No, 2. Alright, can you guys still see? Alright. Let's leave this for last. We have our little pancake motor. So the Fysetc has their own steppers as well. 1.8 hybrid. Let me ask you guys a question, because I think LDO does this too. Why is it that high quality motors, and I do have an LDO sitting over there, but why is it that they use this type of wiring? Is it just easier for tinkering to mess with, to change if you need for the plugs? Why don't they use all black, kind of like Creality does? Is there a legitimate reason? Is it for what I said or something else? Maybe just something I'm unaware of. Because I've built plenty of machines, but it's always kind of like an eyesore, at least for me, to have, you know, color cables. Look at that, we got some side cutters. I guess we'll be utilizing everything in this kit, so I don't necessarily have to keep these in the box. Cool. Hopefully you have a round pancake motor, and there's one in the kit. I do have a round pancake motor. I have an LDO pancake motor. However, I did notice that the gear on it is larger than normal. I have one of these. It says it's a 36 STH20 that I could use for something. Is it much lighter? Might not be that much lighter, really. You know, I'm not necessarily worried about it. I think so far, just based on everything that I've seen in this kit, I think whatever they throw at me, I'll be pretty happy with. There's a square one. This is for the afterburner. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. You know, I'll tackle it as we go. But yeah, I do have that one available, and you know, I can always grab another one. All right, let's see some more steppers. Yep, they're all 1.8 degree. Thick boys. Then we have our Z-axis. Yep, they're the same on the bottom. Just have the couplers already on them. Smooth, actually. Thought it'd be notchy. Alright, I see a power supply over here. It says Meanwell LRS 200. Alright, go back in there. Alright. Oh, there's more cool stuff underneath. Alright. This is really, really well packaged. Everything's in its own box. Everything is labeled. Great kit. Great kit. Well, can I say great kit without building one? Great unboxing. Right? What are you supposed to say? Cool. Yep. Nice Meanwell supply. No fan. But I guess that's the point of having the fans even potentially in a push-pull configuration. Alright, we have fans, weaving casing for the wires. Yep. Alright, so I hear mixed results on the fans, but I'm definitely going to use the ones that came with and then upgrade as I need. So surprising, these do not have the Fysetc brand on them. These are, I can't even read that. KZ fan. We have, oh yeah, and I do have a 5015 to use if I need for the afterburner. I actually don't remember if the afterburner without mods takes one, but I have a Sunon maglev. Got more of these. Okay, we have our power cable and yeah, the cloth sleeving. Very nice. I gotta buy some of this cloth stuff. I like the stuff that I bought too, but the cloth stuff seems to be a little bit more malleable and usable. Box fasteners, damn fine. A bit of a kid. Yeah, just the fasteners. Yeah. Are they sleeved or dual ball bearing? Hopefully they're ball bearing. Jeez. Sleeve bearing. That's a huge surprise. They're all sleeve bearing. These are all sleeve bearing fans. So, yeah. Well, you know, they are what they are. I kind of expected their own branded dual ball bearing fans, but it is what it is. Hey, Ron just became a YouTube member. Thank you very much, Ron. Appreciate you and welcome to the gang, sir. Now you get to see my published videos at least a day early. Next show, yeah, so GDS Time, I hear nothing but great things, and that's actually the fans I bought for the X+3, the 25mm. Yeah, dual ball bearing, the price seems right. You just have to get them mostly from China. The ones that are on Amazon aren't Prime, so you might as well just get it from them anyway. Yeah, that's the plan next gen. Gold. Alright, what we got here? Inlet, heater, thermistor. I mean, everything is labeled. Look at this. You know everything that's in here. Are the other kits like this? I'm guessing LDO would be. I hear nothing but LDO, LDO, LDO everywhere. This part is going to be so hard for me, honestly. Doing the electronics, it's going to be hard. 8 gig SD card. I see some magnets in there, an end stop switch, some miscellaneous hardware. We have our leveling sensor, which I do have a beacon coming, for those that are aware of the beacon. Well, it was back ordered when I bought it, but it said late May or something like that. So I do have one of those coming that I will be putting on here, but probably after the machine is set up and running with this. Once I saw beacon working, Lord Boo from the Discord channel, I automatically knew I had to get one. It seems like just incredible tech. Obviously a switch is it's perfectly fine, but something about that tech just seems so good. Yeah, everything's labeled. Even the wires themselves are all labeled. Yep, more limit switches, and we have our thermistor and heater. There's some writing on there. I can't quite make it out. I don't know if they have their own or not. Well, yeah, that's okay. The fact that everything is labeled on the outside of the box means I don't have to go through this thing trying to figure out what's in here when looking for parts. So that's really, really nice. All right, let's keep going. Rubber foot, thin rail mount, BMG extruder. What else we got? A label. Ooh, network cable. Hexagonal wrench. That's a good one. Out of curiosity, how much of the kit? I think it was $1,200, but we just found out earlier that there's a Raspberry Pi 4 gig in here, which means that's at least a third of the kit price right there that's inside the kit. Yeah, so it's a $1,200 kit so far. I think everything that you need is in here, which is really nice. So far, the unboxing at least, everything seems to be spot on. If you're going to be building one, this is definitely an awesome option. Alright, so we have some JST plugs, plus shipping. Yeah, I'm not sure. They did ship very fast, I gotta say. Okay, so we have some connectors. We have some pins. I don't know what this plastic piece is, but we'll figure that out. We have a coupler, which, by the way, so on the Super Racer from FL Sun, let me see if I have one just laying here. There is, on the FL Sun Super Racer, they have these. These are all metal. Can't even take that off. This is awesome. These couplers are I've never seen metal ones until I messed with this Super Racer printer. I gotta find some of these for printers that still have these, because these are amazing. The plastic is the part that causes issues on these things. If you ever have issues, obviously you're gonna have way less issues on a direct drive machine, but it is what it is. All right, so we have bearings, pulleys with grub screws. Some of the pulleys have bearings. We have, oh, okay, cool. Some these are what are they called? The Jason, I'm considering buying an FL-Sun V400. I wish I got my hands on one. Obviously, they're expensive, even still, so I'd really like to know how they stack up nowadays. I really, really like my Super Racer. I can't fit it here because it's too tall, so I actually put it over here on this side, which I really didn't want to have any printers over there, but I'm keeping that machine no matter what, and I'm doing some mods to it right now. But it has been amazing. It has been one of the only machines that's been actually push button. I mean, like, I don't even have to warm it up. I just click go and I can walk away, and it has done everything. So I really enjoy it, and I think, well, I don't know because I don't have one on hand, but the FL-Sun 400 seems like it's that. Just take it to the next level. And there's a big aftermarket. I really like those machines. Our big old heavy rubber feet. These got some weight. Meta, thanks for subbing. Welcome. Okay, here's our extruder gears. Everything we need for the extruder. Oh, actually, let me see if the gear is similar to this one. I think it might be the same. It's the same. Okay, so we have an actual... This will work. This will fully work. Is this 1.8? Yeah, 1.8, 36. Okay, so this LDO stepper would technically be a direct replacement. Yeah, it looks like it's identical gearing. Okay, so that's nice to know. You know, I think I'm going to just use what they have for now, but, you know, options. Options are good. Our extruder gear, we have some PTFE tube, we have our cable, and here are some of the belts. Hopefully this isn't all the belts. This does look pretty thin for belts. I would have kind of thought they were the larger belts, but I don't know. I don't know what those are for. They could be for... I'm guessing because it's 2 belts. These are the belts, huh? Probably okay. Oh, we got some tools. We got a ton of zip ties. Look at these bad boys. I think I have myself a replacement for mine. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definite. Yep. Extra long. Very nice. Cool. Now I got a replacement for my set. Very, very nice kit. Even the bags are super thick. Alright. Let's keep going. There isn't much left, to be honest with you. Alright. Alright, so here is the controller board. Nice to see even quality tools. Like, we got legitimately decent tool set here. You guys, can you tell how long these are? Like, they're way longer than my normal set, which I thought was long. Alright, so we have the Spider 446 V2.2, designed for Voron. More info on wiki.fysetc.com/spider. Interesting size. I have the Manta board that, in the back of my mind, I thought that I was going to be using because it has integration with a CB1. But yeah, this is interesting. Where's this plug go? 2 fuses. I don't know where this plug goes, but I guess that's something we'll figure. Oh, right here. So it's for whatever. Oh, so it's something you have to make. Oh, okay, I see. The wires go into the back of this, and this becomes a plug. Okay, and this is for power. Yeah, 24, 48 volt and ground. Wow, 48. Reset button, I'm guessing. Yeah. So lots for me to learn, but there's a USB-C on here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stepper motors, plus 2 here. I wonder why these are slightly different. I'm guessing, actually I'm not going to guess because I just straight up don't know. STM32 chip. There's just so much on here. So much on here. Yeah, everything's labeled everywhere. And of course another link where you can find more information. Let's take a look at the back. Cool. I came in late. Is everything in the kit built a complete machine? Yeah, everything is in here. Everything. Yeah, this is a complete build. And so far everything that's in here is extremely impressive. At least it seems to me. You know, I'm trying to keep my excitement down, but my expectations were a bit lower. I thought that it was going to be a pieced together kit, but this is their own kit, their own branded everything, down to the stepper drivers, with their own PCBs, with their own bundles for everything, and that is really cool. You know, their own labels on everything. And here we have, hey, a Fysetc Dragon Hotend. So let's open it and take a look. Except printed parts, right, of course. Yeah, I kind of just assumed that was an obvious. But yeah, printed parts I have here. This took about 2 spools of ABS. I printed everything in a transparent. Can you see the transparency at all? You can in person. I guess the way the light hits. Yeah, you can kind of see it transparent right here. Yeah, I kind of wanted the old school. Remember the old school Game Boys that were transparent with the transparent black? That was the coolest one. Kind of wanted that look for it, like a smoke. I've been looking for smoke filament for a long time. There's very few manufacturers that have it. That's why I reached out to Polyprinter, who sponsored this build with 2 rolls of their transparent black. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna skip using this guy. Ooh, let's see if the sock fits. I don't think it will. But maybe it's close enough. Nah, it has a completely different shape. Yeah, so on these, just like their other one. Oh, is it bolted? Oh, it's bolted from the bottom. Okay. I was about to give it my all. I mean, there's a lot of similarities even between these two. Obviously, the block is different, but I'm assuming there's a little bit more material on this one. I don't know. This to me, like with the heat break there, this looks like it would actually cool a little bit better because this is just a chunk of metal. But maybe the amount of fins here is so much more than this one. Maybe it does a good job. I don't know. It works well in my afterburner. All right, let's see if this sock will fit in some way, shape, or form. That would be so nice. No. No, the dimensions are just completely different. Okay, that's fine. A boy can dream. Atomic Purple Game Boy, yeah. Good luck building that thing. Oh, well, I'll never be interested in building something that makes me a prototype of a design. I took hours designing. Well, that's an interesting outlook on it. I don't know, I'm super excited to build it. I love this type of stuff. And yeah, thanks for the luck. I'm probably going to need it, honestly, but we'll figure it out. Don't forget, the company itself isn't making any money. Like, Voron isn't like selling you a kit. Like, these guys put it together, piece the parts together so that you can build your own kit. And like I said earlier, I really enjoy the idea of this being my machine. Like, you know, yes, this is a kit, but even then you can just make it in any way you want. You can set it up any way you want. There's like a million different configurations. That I really like. Cool. Everything is super high quality, guys. Let's get to the last box. Atomic has a nice smoke filament. Really? Is it ABS? Because like I said, I've been looking for smoke for a very long time. I remember when I first started 3D printing, I made my own riser for a PC case. And one of the colors that I wanted was a smoke color, and I could never find it. I just kept it transparent, and that's what I sold them as. But I remember just time and time again I was coming up short. And there was one, I don't remember what the brand is. There was one that just has horrible reviews for there, so I always kind of stayed away. The Dragon HF is finicky to cool. Really? What kind of performance? What kind of performance, or is that an unknown until it's built? Print speed, quality of print. Jason, there is so much information on these. It's hard to say. Like I said, because you're building it and you set it up, it's kind of up to you to do it correctly. But since this is a kit, they're going to have predetermined files for the motherboard and everything. So if you want to see how this kit performs, you know, follow the series here, or just type in Fysetc Voron kit. I'm sure there's tons of these things. But so far, one of the reasons why I've always wanted one of these things and have been waiting to get the opportunity to do it here on the channel like this is because it seems like Vorons are those machines where once you have everything configured and set up, the print quality is unbelievable and the print speed is fast. Some machines that are coming out now are faster, and that's their goal. Like, their goal is to be as fast as possible. But these things are workhorses, machine that they can always rely on, you know, without miss, unless they're obviously tuning it or always going to be a tinker toy. But that's one of the reasons why I'm really interested in it. And I can't wait to build it, make it mine, and kind of like really calibrate it, which is what I've been doing with the Fysetc X Plus 3. Extremely fast. I think I have it set to 150 millimeters per second, and I think it was like around 4,500 millimeters per second acceleration. But it's no slouch, that's for sure. I'm not sure if the Atomic has smoke ABS. I've only seen PETG and PLA. Yeah, I mean, even PETG I would be really interested in, so I'll definitely take a look. All right, let's put all this back. As you guys saw, lots to like. I'm very excited, way more excited than I was coming in. I was pretty nervous, to be honest. Didn't know what to expect. But yeah, I think this was one of the more impressive sections right here. The fact that there's a pie in here. The hardware kit isn't in all bags. Everything is labeled to the T of what's in here, so you don't have to open every box and go through it. So I'll stay tuned to the channel. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, gotta go. Hey, see ya. Thank you for tuning in. And check back later for more of these. I'm going to try to be as regular as I possibly can on this build kit. You know, we'll start with the next one, I believe, next week. You know, this isn't my full-time job, so I kind of have to fit it in between work and family. But it is very high on my interest list. So it'll definitely get done. All right, let's go. But that's so convenient. There's even markings for your stepper drivers. So it's telling you how to set it up and how to diagnose problems. Connect the Raspberry Pi to the Spider. How cool. So yeah, this is definitely one of the benefits of using a kit like this. Oh, what was wrong? Was I out? Oh, my bad. What'd you guys miss? It didn't look. Everything looks okay on my end. Hold on, let me double check. Something happened. We went out. Okay. Well, it looks like everything's fine on my end. Oh, stream drops. Oh. Okay, yeah, well, nothing really was missed. For a few minutes, really. Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, guys. I have pretty decent Wi-Fi at the house. I'm not sure what could be the problem. The stream was cutting out. Sorry, guys, I had no idea. All good now. Okay, cool. But yeah, I was just showing this, and I was just mentioning that this is another benefit of using a kit where everything is predetermined to work together, and that's huge. Obviously, when you're sourcing, you can get all this information online and kind of piece it together, but that's nice. Peace of mind. Nice peace of mind, right? Alright, we have our heater. 110, 450 watts. And everything is already connected for you. You don't even have to make connectors. What machine did I print my parts on? I used the Fysetc X Plus 3. Actually, all those videos for my Fysetc are my most disliked videos on the entire channel. Over 2 years in videos. Me apparently enjoying a product and calling it out on all of its wrongdoings is the most disliked video that I have. But yeah, I had some problems with it, and I stopped using it for a little while, and then I gave it another chance and did some calibrations, and I got it working perfect, at least for ABS. It's extremely reliable now. I can start it, give it 20 minutes to warm up, and it does its leveling thing, and bam, I'm ready to print ABS. So I'm excited to see what the fixes they make so that you don't have to do anything that I had to do. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Alright, let's see. We got our PEI. Cat, relax. Cat was freaking out at me making that sound. That is a really thick piece of magnet. Look at that. That's like, I thought it was aluminum. XMR 3 working for me, printed Trident and 2.4 Voron on it. Nice. Yeah, I have one of those as well. I've been waiting. I was going to do it back-to-back with this machine, but when it started having problems, I kind of backed off and put it towards the end of the line for other machines that I have. I want to wait for the fixes that they make, and then that way I can kind of give a better evaluation on it, because if the machine is going to change, me doing a review or even using it is going to be different than your experience. I'm kind of trying to avoid that. Let me zero this thing out. 3 mils. Nope, 2.5. I thought I was going to keep going. 2.3 millimeters. It seems so thick. It's heavy. Get a bamboo and point the flaws. I'm going to get banned from YouTube, I think, if I talk negatively about any bamboo. As far as bamboo goes, I give them nothing but respect and credit for the machine that they made and the product that they created. I just personally don't like some of the things that they're doing outside of that. And that's just my opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't mind if somebody buys a bamboo. I recommend them all the time to people. I hate that they're causing any kind of divide whatsoever. It actually pisses me off that people are so hell-bent on, it used to be kind of like an Ender 3 thing where someone would buy an Ender 3, have it for 2 weeks, and they're an expert on the internet. It's the same thing with bamboo now. They'll buy a bamboo, they'll print 10 things, or like half a roll extremely quickly in 10 days, and then bam, they are king of the jungle now, and they're on the internet just boasting it. Come on, I hate that part so much. Their machine, incredible. Like I said, I recommend it. I'm so excited for 3D printing. And last year I was saying that this year was going to be nuts for 3D printing, and it really is, because everyone's trying to get to the same level as Bamboo with their machine. So they obviously did a phenomenal job. I'm not hating whatsoever. I just hate the divide that they have caused in the hobby, and I hate it so much. It's just so annoying to me. You have an X-Max 3 on order? Nice. Yeah, I have big hopes for that machine as well, but it is quite different than the X Plus. Like the construction, it has metal on the bottom where the weak point of this, the reason why it expands and all that, there's metal down there. The build plate's very different. The build plate has magnets like in it. It's an aluminum build plate. So yeah, I'd love to have one at one point to check out, but I have a couple Voxelab Aries. I do have an Aries as well, and I'm thinking about what to do with it. I don't have room for it. I'm definitely not going to use it, and it needs some love. So I might do like a live stream giveaway. So you heard it here first. I'll have to find time to do that. Never ran into a problem with them. Non-stop printing with 2 months now. Nice. Yeah, my only complaint there is their bed. I hate their bed. Like the bed is either too sticky or not sticky. I love the mechanism of removing it. I remember when I first saw that mechanism, I was like, Voxelab, you got to put this everywhere. But yeah, if you could put a PEI sheet on there, on the Aries, good to go. It's actually a pretty decent machine for what it is, as long as your expectations are with the machine. Local Stump Club might be able to use the Aries. Yes, I do hear that as a thing. Yeah, true. And I donated a ton of Voxelab Aquilas specifically. Friends, family, schools, libraries. I do that most of the time. Sometimes when the value is somewhat higher for the machine, I still want to try to make, you know, and to try to expand this to some degree. So I still sell machines on my Discord if I don't have any room or use for them anymore. Usually for around 50% off, most of the time even more. Or I give them away or donate them. Here's the bread and butter, boys and girls, and everyone else. This is a thick boy plate. Gotta love it. So once this gets hot, it stays hot, huh? That's what I'm excited for, this build plate. It's so heavy. It's crazy that this is going to be the actual Z. Like, Aquila was my first after watching your videos. Hey, Aquila gang! You know, I'm always probably going to keep at least one Aquila. At the moment, I have 2, and I think one more boxed up, which is the lowest amount of Aquilas I've ever had. But I think, oh well, I also have the D1, which I have no reason to get rid of. That's a fantastic machine. Probably their Voxelab's best machine to date. They're just a bit overpriced. So I think I'm going to go down to 1 Aquila. Just because I'll still make videos and tinker with it. Looks like it'll hold heat well. Yeah, I think so. Alright, we got our panels here. This is clear. Yep, I'm guessing this is the doors. Cool. These are going to be hard to actually check out, obviously. No burrs on the cuts. That's what I was kind of looking at the edges. Like, these edges are smooth. Like, I rub my finger on here. Jeff became part of the YouTube crew. Thank you, sir. And Elf310, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for becoming members. Truly appreciate that. And, hey, now you'll be able to see some videos early, right? Obviously, I can't do lives early. But maybe we'll do a YouTube crew / Patreon live only stream at some point. And if you guys have questions for me, definitely let me know, or any want to bounce ideas off, whatever it might be. You know, I always say this, like, some people ask me, like, hey, can I buy you a cup of coffee or something? Like, I obviously I don't ask for these things, but, and I always point them, and I was thinking the other day, like, let's say you want to give somebody $5. Not me, just anybody. Let's say you're watching someone's live stream or someone's video, and you're like, I want to give this creator $5 because they, you know, they were helpful to something I was doing. Instead of doing the $5, my suggestion would be to do a Patreon or a YouTube member for 5 months for $1, if that makes sense. That, like, steady income, no matter what the amount that you can give, is obviously getting the 5 is still 5, but getting it monthly is so reassuring. It like that's the backing. You know what I mean? Like now I know you guys have my back because you're signing on as like it almost feels like an income thing instead of like a little quick tip. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I had that thought, and but maybe we could talk about it. I don't know. All right, I think this is the last panel in here. Yeah, there's 2 just giant flat panels, and these are also white acrylic. I'm guessing this one's black for the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, obviously these are going to be last, I'm assuming. But cut very nicely. Like I said, no burrs anywhere. Nothing I can complain about at all. I think that might be it for the stuff that's in here. Yep. Let's try to get this stuff back in. Oh, nice. This thing is hefty. And yeah, like it says, I made this is a 300 by 300 kit and not the 350. I think there's a smaller one even, but I feel like this is the right size. These machines are already really large in the first place, so 300 should be perfect in my opinion. So there you go, guys. That's everything in the kit. If you guys have any questions about anything that you just saw, let me know. Like I said, I also have the carrot feeder. Speaking of carrots, see the cat head? She's just been sitting here on my stool. Oh, here we go. Just looking into the corner. What are you doing, cat? Alright, yeah, but this we'll do later. Way later. So, like I mentioned, I still have some things to print. One material for the non-transparent panels. It's all acrylic. All of it's acrylic. There's no glass in there, if that's what you're wondering. Non-transparent, just it's black transparent. I mean, black transparent. Just black acrylic. All right, so I think we're gonna get started. Obviously not today. We'll get started with the frame. I'll just go through here, and we'll pull up the afterburner when we need it. But yeah, starts I guess right here, right? Oh, this is just the joints. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting concept right here. So you put them in, and then I'm assuming there's a hole. Oh, okay, yeah, there'll be a hole to kind of get it. That's brilliant, so simple. Yeah, so we'll be doing this first. And this might actually be, this might be somewhat fast to build. Maybe in the live when I'm like also reading and doing stuff, maybe not. Okay, so you kind of prep them first. C extrusion, A extrusion, H extrusion. And it tells you here somewhere. Okay, A extrusion, H, E. H and E are the same. Looks like we're not using H. We'll be using E. Nah, acrylic crack sometimes. I'm shopping for panels. Don't ask me how I know. I don't have any experience. None of my machines are enclosed except for the K1 and the Chitty. The Chitty Tech uses a plastic. It's not acrylic. Well, I guess it is acrylic. I don't know. It feels different. It feels a lot less brittle. I think it's plastic because it's like molded. I do have my gripes with the way they did this. I would much rather this be a flat door so you can see the first layer. The thing in the window here, like the bulge in the window, means you can't quite see through it because it's blurry. It goes quick, really. Yeah, I guess if you're printing like high temperature stuff too. We'll figure it out. It's okay. It's alright. It should last a while though, from what I understand. Before that happens. But you're saying quick, like how quick? Like 2 years quick? So B extrusion has this hole towards the top. C extrusion has it in the middle. A extrusion has nothing. And then how do all these go together here? I guess I would read. Or that's just explaining how things go. No, apparently they're already together. So is this the blind joint? The flame on glass, a granite surface. Be sure you can get as square as possible. That's actually going to be kind of tricky. I don't necessarily want to destroy this table that I have. And I don't have glass. I guess I do. I have some old beds that are damaged that I can use. Old, like 300mm beds. That'll be enough to put something together on. The design relies on blind joints to assemble the frame. We outlined the basics of blind joints on page 10. If you've never assembled one before, we recommend you watch the linked guide. Oh, that's great. Okay, so I'll have to do that. Yeah, it's blind joints. Okay. And how do I know? Is this just... This doesn't tell me to do this, right? This is just explaining blind joints. Like, how do I know which one is forward, which one's backward? Flat enough surface works. All right. Yeah, like according to this, like there's a triangle back there, right? So this is down and these are against it type of deal. Oh yeah, I can see it here. Okay, I can see it right here. So this one is standing up straight. This one gets the blind joint. This one gets the blind joint. This one goes because there's a hole there. Okay, this is another blind joint here. Okay, I got it. I got it. Cool. This is going to be so much fun. E extrusion. Find the right position. Okay. Okay, cool. I get it. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. And that goes down to this. This is being used to hold this parallel. That's so smart. That's smart. Yeah. Yep. I like that. Cool. Yeah, this is looking good. I'm excited. Check for squareness. I actually don't think I have anything that I could check squareness with, but I can use other metal objects that I know are somewhat square. That'll be enough. Alright, then we get into 3D printed parts, huh? Almost right away. Okay, this kind of just shows you where they're gonna go. Oh, okay, and heat inserts. Okay, so maybe if we get through, I doubt it, but I'll try. If we get through the frame on the first one, we'll go through. I'll try to do it in chunks. Cool. Tape pens, I will use it on hold, not scratch extrusions. Oh, that's good. That's a good idea too. That's a great idea. Cool. All right, well, we're going to keep this one brief, and then what I'm going to do, I think, is once I have things going, I'll do kind of like a video wrap-up for each like big step, because I know even though people watch these lives afterwards, obviously I can tell by the analytics, not everyone can catch them live and they watch them later. The majority of people don't even click the live tab, it looks like. So I think what I'm going to try to do is not only use this for videos, because I have one of these things that lets me choose, you know, the screens that I set up for everything. So I can easily be like, oh, you know, we're talking about this. Oh, we're talking about here. Like, this is very useful for educational style videos, like if I'm doing a tutorial or something. So I'm going to try to get more people enticed into coming to these live shows. So one of the things I want to do is do like wrap-up videos for certain sections. So once I have the frame, for example, I might do like a quick video for the main channel talking about everything that's happened in the live. So I think that's the way I'll handle it. Cool. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here, becoming members, donating. All that stuff is amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really surprised by the quality of this kit. Like I kept saying, I'm not quite sure what I expected, but not this level. The fact that everything's so labeled, everything's their own parts. It looks like this is going to be a lot of fun, and I'm way more excited now. I was way more nervous than excited. Now I'm way less nervous. yeah, I'm gonna try to do it as soon as I can. So watch for videos coming from me. I do have to make content in between some of these. I think I'm not gonna be able to go back to back live shows every night just because, you know, family time and whatnot. But I will do my best. All right, I think that's it for me. Okay, English is hard. I think that's it for me for today, and I appreciate you guys, like I said, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Right? I'll try to get to it as soon as I can to keep this thing going. I want to use it so bad. All right. See you, everybody. Have a good one.